Have to. Hey, what's up? This life is red. I have to do the live over again because the chat disappeared and people was leaving comments at first, and it was showing no numbers of people inside of the room. So it's funny stuff going on. I ain't doing nothing but reading definitions out of a dictionary. You know what I mean? So all the shit I talk about, reading some words out and some definitions out of the dictionary, my internet get funny. I don't know, man. Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's something else. I'm gonna do it over. So I'm gonna run through this mug. So please put the likes back up from the last video. You know what I'm saying? If you saw the last video, put the likes right back up there. Because that's one of their purposes of doing it too, to take away the likes and shit or whatever. So I'm about to be reading definitions out of the dictionary that has proof that you are and we are a slave through definition and law. And nobody never looked at this shit, you know. So it's like you've been going on and you be thinking that you're a free person and you're not. You know, they just gave you some extra benefits. But in written in law and in literature, you are a slave. You don't even know it. So I'm gonna start off with the word subject again because I'm doing this over again. If you definition of subject.
Here's the definition of subject: a person or thing that is being discussed, described, or dealt with.
All right, yeah, that's a pretty simple definition of subject. You thinking it's a curriculum or some shit? But you scroll down to the number 3 definition of subject, it says, you know, they consider us subjects, right? Okay. Likely or prone to be affected by a particular condition or occurrence. Typically a unwelcome or unpleasant one. That's the definition of subject, bro. They look at us as subjects. So they looking at us and telling us that we are likely to be affected by particular conditions or occurrences, typically unwelcome and unpleasant. You are a subject is because you are basically a lab rat. This is in literature that they calling you a subject, and this is the second definition of it. Let me read the third definition of subject that they label us as. Cause or forced to undergo a particular experience of form of treatment. You never knew the definition of the word subject would mean this, huh? You can pull it right up in your dictionary. The third definition of subject is cause or force to undergo a particular experience. What? So you telling me you trying to be funny or something? You trying to tell me that we are gonna be forced to undergo a particular experience, a form of treatment? I'm getting treated a certain way because I'm a subject, dependent or conditional upon. Really? That's proof that they in literature. I'm talking about your language and your laws. It's already stating that you are a slave. So let me move on to the next word, and the next word will be citizen. If you have any words you want me to say, just let me just type it and I say it. And I do the definition of it. I'm just trying to test the waters of this because all the answers is in the dictionary. They let you know that this is what this means. They know you don't even read books, so they know you're not going to read the meaning of what words mean. Put the likes back up if you did, because I'm doing it over and they be on this crap. So that's the definition of subject. If you are a subject, which you are labeled as, you are you're going to be caused to undergo a particular experience. Bring a person or country under one's control or jurisdiction. That's the fifth definition. The fifth definition of subject, which they label you as a subject, it says bring a person or county under one's control or jurisdiction. So you are under somebody's control and jurisdiction because you are a subject, and this is the definition of subject. And you know what I'm saying? It says to bring one person's under control or jurisdiction, um, dependent or conditional upon. Wow, amazing how this never leaked before until Life is Rigged. A simple Google search, a crack open of the dictionary, it says it right here. I remember being in I don't know, I can't remember what grade that was in, and I was reading the definition, and it always stuck to me. And I was reading, and I always be like wandering off and shit. And the teacher just read the first definition of it. The kids was read definitions out of it, and they had us read the word subject. And this kid read the word subject. He just read the first definition. That's it, and we move on to the next one. I went down to the third and fourth, and I asked the teacher. I said, "Why do one word have multiple meanings?" And she couldn't explain it really. She just said, "I don't know, but we have a lot of things, so I guess we run out of words." She was saying some stupid shit. One word has four meanings, so you will think that it means this, something like this, but it can mean two more other things. And you are being labeled as a subject, and it's just basically telling you that you are dependent or conditional upon, or caused to to be forced to go undergo a particular experience, a form of treatment. Are you getting treated like a slave? That's the definition of subject, meaning you, us. Let me do the definition of citizen right quick. The definition of citizen.
Here's the definition of citizen: a legally recognized subject or national of a state or commonwealth, either native or naturalized.
You see how it says the word subject in there? You are a subject, not a citizen. You have to be granted citizenship. Okay? So if you born over here, you are granted citizenship. So people like that don't have to experience things. It's natural, so they don't ever have to question it. When you come from overseas, you have a lot of things to be dealing with citizenship because they grant you citizenship if you ain't born from here. They have to grant you. They grant you automatically because you sign over the birth certificate. You will not be granted citizenship here if your mama don't sign the birth certificate. That's proof of birth that you was birthed here, and that's how you get the certificate of citizenship. Okay, so the definition of citizen, it says a legally recognized subject. Legally recognized. That means they legally recognize you, meaning that they have to grant you citizenship. A legally recognized subject. Who is the subject? You. I just did the definition of subject before I did the definition of citizen. I already told you what the definition of subject was. That's why I did it first, because I'm at the word citizen, and it says a legally recognized subject or national of a state or commonwealth, either native or neutralized. We about to get to this neutralized definition because they used it in this word, in this definition. It's the third one. More about citizenship. Okay. Where's the definition? The third definition of it. Full definition. Hmm? Let me just go up and push this one right here. All right. Citizenship, the state of being vested with the rights, privileges, and duties of a citizen. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, the state of being vested with the rights. So you have to be granted rights to be here, right? Number two definition: the character of an individual viewed as a member of society, behavior in terms of the duties, obligations, and functions of a citizen. You will lose your citizenship if you're not functioning and behaving like the hive minds. All right. So where's the other definition I had like the first time? Hold on. Let me come up here. Let me see Wikipedia. Oh no, bro. Even Wikipedia don't even have the full definitions of words. So you will go there and you will be like, you will look up a word and you will just think that's it. But the word citizen, you gotta look. The dictionary you want to look through is Merriam Webster. That's the dictionary. That's the reason why they come out with different dictionaries. They give everybody the surface one. It just says dictionary. That's the surface one. You mainly gonna get one or two definitions. It's gonna be one. You get you a Merriam Webster or a I forgot the other one to where it goes it give you the full definition. So a person who legally belongs to a country and have the rights and protection of that country. Okay, we know that. That's number one. Well, if you scroll down, you're going to see number two definition of citizen: a native or neutralized person who owes allegiance to a government and is entitled to protection from it. So, how in the hell, what in the hell neutralized mean? A native or a neutralized person, or a neutralized person that got neutralized from out of sea overseas or something. I guess a native or neutralized person who owes allegiance to a government. That means that you owe something. A native or neutralized person who owes allegiance to a government. That's the number two definition of citizen. So they're telling you owe something. That's a definition, proof of slavery in literature. Number three definition, it says, number three definition of citizen, it says a civilian as distinguished from a specialized servant of the state. Basically telling you you a servant of the state. People be thinking like, oh, the government work for us. That's not in literature. That's just some wordplay shit that you say. It's not in literature that they say that they serve to you. You will echo what they tell you and what word of mouth, but you don't never echo what's the actual written words of law or literature. It says right here, a citizen is a civilian as distinguished as a servant of the state. You are a servant of the state, meaning slave. It's in a dictionary, and they call yourself a citizen, and you call yourself a citizen, and in the definition of citizen, they calling you a civilian servant of the state. You are a servant of the state. Can I get my likes back? A native or neutralized person who owes allegiance to a government. That's the number two definition. A native or neutralized person. I'm about to do the definition of neutralized just to make sure nothing funny about that. But that is funny. What is a neutralized person? And why my phone ain't scrolling up for some reason. You get an update in your phone start acting worse than what it's supposed to be doing. That's why you don't get updates on your phone. Don't never get updates on your phone. Here you go. You didn't even want to scroll down, acting all stuck and shit like. And they never used to do that till I got the update. Come on, bro. Quit fucking playing with us. All right. So why just scroll back up like that? This is some man. This phone is not acting right at all, man. Unfucking real, bro. I didn't closed out everything I had on her. All right, so always look through. You want to look at definitions. You got to look at open up a Merriam-Webster dictionary. You can't just grab any dictionary. You're just gonna have one or two in there. Other words from citizen. Other words from citizen. Hold on. All right. Anytime I'm about to read that part, the whole screen act like it's still loading. It jumps back up. Classic Matrix ass distraction shit. Okay, so where's the page ain't loading up, but I've been on the page for 10 minutes and ain't even loading up. Okay. So now I can't see it. Okay, fuck it. Stupid shit. Oh, there we go. I was on the wrong page. I don't know how I got to that page, but it just so oh word. Unreal. Yeah. Okay, it says right here that under the 14th Amendment, all persons born or neutralized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. A person born outside the U.S. to parents who were born or neutralized in the United States is also a citizen. I'm gonna definitely define the word neutralized just to be safe, clear. All right. So now I don't want to scroll. See, just I ain't. What the hell is going on with this damn phone? This bitch tripping. If I show you my phone, man. If I show you my phone, it's tripping, man. It's trying to mess up my life, man. I'm not even doing none of that shit it says I'm doing. So let me close out, man. I don't even want to close out. Let me show you. Oh wow, did it? So these are proof of words that in the dictionary. I apologize for that. I'm having technical difficulties. They trying to mess up the live. Took all my likes away because they messed up the live. Can't they turned off the chat, everything. So through words in literature and law, they're describing and labeling us as slaves. Let's look up the word neutral. The definition of neutralized.
Here's the definition of neutralized.
Definition of the word neutralized.
According to Merriam-Webster, transitive verb 1. To make chemically neutral. 2a. To counteract the activity or effect of. Make ineffective propaganda that is difficult to neutralize. B. Kill, destroy.
Yeah. So when you be a citizen, a person who are native or neutralized. So let's look at the word neutralized. Neutralize. To make something ineffective. Counteract. To make something. Oh, how's it gonna start up here? To make neutralize means to make neutral cause to undergo neutralization. That's number one definition. Number two is to make something ineffective. So they calling you a citizen if you are native or neutralized. The definition of neutralize is to make something ineffective. So it don't matter if you're a subject or you neutralize, they got you in, they got you covered. Okay. Basically, it's just one good one. Cause these bitches fucked up my life, but it's all good. So I'm gonna do the definition of job.
Here's the definition of job.
Yes. What's up? A lot of BS, man. Hit the like buttons, man. This is my second time doing this live, man. I had like 5 likes, man. And they messed up the live and the chat. Oh yeah, it's going down. Hmm. Huh. The definition of job is paid position of regular employment. Yeah. We know that already, right? So let's scroll down to the third definition. It says a thing of a special. Oh, a thing. Hold on. It says to cheat and portray. On the third definition down, it says to cheat or portray. That's what the word definition of job. A difficult task. All right. Anybody have any titles they want me to talk about or define? I can do so. Law dictionary means black is dead. See what I'm saying? They using these words. They basically calling us slaves. Um, in the third definitions, you will find that in literature and law, they we are labeled as slaves. And we don't know, and we just regurgitate what they tell us and say, but what they tell us and what we regurgitate is not in law. What they in law, you're not regurgitating none of that. Now you will hear people say, um, our tax dollars pay. You'll tell a cop like, you work for us, you a servant for us. No, it ain't. I just broke the definition of subject and citizen. Rewind it back. So citizen, it basically says that you are a servant. What? Okay. All right. They ain't show shit in there. Cause I ain't look at the I ain't use the Merriman. You got to use the Merriman dictionary to get the third or fourth definition of it. So I did the word subject. And I did the I read the word subject and I read the word citizen. What other word I can read the definition of to prove our slavery? That's prove that slavery, our enslavement, is in literature and law. So let's do